Show for Tuesday, September 20th. We're going to be going over some sports. We're going to go over Tulane and Southern Miss. This game is this weekend at Yoma Stadium. Kickoffs for 6 p.m. So we will go into that game. So once again, we are live here on Facebook and YouTube. So once again, thanks for joining us. So we're going to go ahead and switch over our cameras and hit that switch button again. And we're going to go over to, and we're going to hear Willie Fritz talking about this week's big Power 5 opponent in Kansas State, and also previewing the Tulane Southern Miss game this weekend. Let's go ahead and set that up.
Stream 85 plus live channels with no hidden fees. YouTube TV. Try it free.
Introducing
Wait a few seconds.
Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer. It's our most refreshing.
Well, I thought the defense played really well throughout the whole ball game. You know, we knew we were going for on 4th and 1 or less. It was really about 2 inches, and you know, the offensive line didn't have a great initial surge, but Michael stayed with it. You know, they allow you to push the quarterback from behind now. They allowed that, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago they changed that. Big first down, the game was over, and you know, the coordinator's dialed in when it's calling play. But I thought we did a really nice job.
Throws it that way. Talk about the defensive stand late in the first half.
Okay, once again, this is not a video. This is this a video from last week. So I'm going to take this out. And we're going to go ahead and okay, once again, Southern Miss did win 62 to 10 in that game last Saturday even in Hattiesburg. Let's give you the numbers on it. Okay, this game right here, so I'm going 64 to 10, excuse me. Not 62, 64. So let's go ahead and give you the scoring plays. I'm going to go ahead and give you those scoring plays. I'm going to switch my cameras over to this side, and we'll show you the scoring. Okay, the scoring plays. Let's begin with Southern Miss's scoring plays. Okay, Southern Miss scored on a 34-yard field goal that was on 8 plays and 38 yards. The time was 2 minutes, 42 seconds. Southern Miss went up 3-0. Then they kicked another field goal. It was on an 8-play, 62-yard drive. That was in the first quarter. They led 6-0, and then they had a touchdown. Gaston Jacobs had a 40-yard pass play, so it was a touchdown. 3 plays, 58 yards. That was in the game. 13-0 was your score. Then in the second quarter, Southern Miss had a fumble recovery that was on the defense. That was at the 14:52 mark. So that's what happened in that game. 20-0 was the score. And then it went up to 27-0 on a Gore 28-yard run. Took 2 plays, 41 yards. And time possession is 28 seconds. Also, it was 34-0 after another touchdown pass play on 5 plays, 42 yards, minute 15 off the clock. And then it went up to 41-0 on an 89-yard pass play again. I was on 1 play and 89 yards in the game. Also, Southern Miss had a 7-yard run for a touchdown. It was 11 plays and 45 yards. Took 5 minutes and 9 seconds off the clock. Also, Northwestern State did score on a field goal. It was 48-3, and then Southern Miss scored again. That was in the third quarter. That was on 1 play, 58 yards, made it 55-3, and then Northwestern State did score on a 6-play, 55-yard drive. It was 55-10. And then Southern Miss scored their last touchdown. It was on a 6-play, 41-yard drive. Took about 4:18 off the clock. So they did score in bunches last Saturday. Let's give you the stats on this game. Okay, total yards stats. Southern Miss had 587. Northwestern State had 234. Passing, they had 400 yards passing, 187 yards rushing on the ground. They had 8 penalties. Also, they had 21 first downs. On third downs, they went 6 of 15. On fourth downs, they went 2 of 3. And fourth downs, they went, 2 of 3. That's on fourth downs. Time of possession, Southern Miss had the ball for 33 minutes and 23 seconds. And Northwestern State had the ball for about 26 minutes and 34 seconds. That was in last Saturday's game. So I'm going to give you another. So these are your scoring plays. I'm going to go ahead and give you another breakdown. So I'm going to go ahead and give you, let's see, I'm going to give you, okay, we're going to go to the, see what we got. We're going to go to, okay, the drive summaries. Okay, the drive summaries, I'm looking at them right now. So this is from Southern Miss's drive summaries. Okay, they had field goal, touchdown. They had a punt a couple of times. So that was 1, 2, 3. And they had a couple of touchdowns in those drives. So that was in the drives last week. Now, Northwestern State, let's give you Northwestern State some breakdown. Northwestern State had punts, so they went 3 and out. They also had a fumble that was on 3 plays at -6 yards. So it's on 3 plays at -6 yards. Interception on 1 play and no yards on that one. And then they went for it on fourth down. They went 7 plays, 33 yards. This one was 3 plays, 2 yards. That was an unknown. And then they had another punt, 8 plays, 11 yards. And then it went 3 plays and 1 yard. Now let's go over to the breakdowns. Okay, breakdown. Southern Miss passing. Ty Keys had 192 yards. He was 6 of 9 in the game. He had 3 touchdowns. Also, Zach Wickery, Wickery, if I'm saying it right. He had 102 yards passing. He had 1 score. So a total of 4 touchdowns from Southern Miss passing the ball. Now your runners was Frank Gore. He had 7 carries, 82 yards. His net was 11.7. Keys had 5 runs for 29 yards. His Dean had 8 carries for 29 yards. So that was your leading runners right there. They had over 215 yards rushing on 41 carries. That was 4.6 average right there. Now, on the receiving core, you have Caston with 6 catches, May with 2. That was your only players that did contribute in the game as Caston for Southern Miss. Now, your defensive side, let's see, for Southern Miss, the sacks was, let's see, Des Williams with 1 sack. Legato had 1 sack, so that was 2 sacks in the game. for Southern Miss. So that is your the additional breakdown. So we're going to go ahead and give you the full stats on this team. So I'm going to get you the full stats. Hold on 1 second. Now, I don't know why I can't get to it. Trying to get to it. Sorry about that. I just have to go through the other stats. So I'm going to see if I can grab the stats. You're going to have to go to college football stats. Can't get to the damn stats on this one. So sorry about that. I'm going to go to Southern Miss stats on college football stats. I'll give you some numbers. Okay, let's go to Southern Miss. I'll grab the Southern Miss. Let's give you those splits. Okay, they score 32 points a game, so that's one thing they do. They score 32. That's through 9-17. So they score 32 points while giving up 23 points a game. So they're once again they're scoring points, but also they're giving up points. Now on first downs, they once again they're at 52 first downs, but they give up 55 first downs on defense. So they're kind of a little lethargic when it comes to giving up first downs. Now, running yards, they give up 122 yards on 437 carries. But also they contribute to 118 on 463 carries. Now the next ones they give is the passing yards. They're at 746. They're 40 of 71. So they're 40 of 71 in games. So they have 5 touchdowns for 4 interceptions. Now total yards of offense, Southern Miss is at 1209. That's on 189 plays. Southern Miss gives up 1,128. That's on 227 plays. That's 4.5 yards for a pop. Now we're going to give you the third down conversions. They're at 35%, 14 of 40. Also, they're at 37% on third down conversions on defense. They're 20 of 54. Now, their fourth down defense offense, they're at 2 of 5, but there's 2 of 6. So that's kind of good right there what they're doing on fourth down. Now, the red zone efficiency, I'm going to see if I can give you a red zone conversion margin. Okay, red zone margin. They're going to be on the road, so road games. They'll have 1 attempt in road games, but not much. Okay, all games they have 4 touchdowns. They're at 50% on red zone efficiency, so they kind of a little sluggish when it comes to red zone efficiency. Now, in the month of August and September, they on 12 attempts, that's 6 of 12. That once again they're at 50%. So that's in the month of August and September. That's in games. Now, the defensive side, I'm going to give you those numbers. Okay, red zone efficiency and defense. They're at 90%. They're giving up 5 touchdowns, 4 field goals on 9 of 10 attempts. Now that's in games. Last week at home, they gave up 5 out of 6 in games, and also 2 of so that was in last week's game. So that was on red zone defense. Now we'll give you the running game. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the running game splits. Okay, the running game splits for Southern Miss last week. And in the first half, they averaged 198 yards. That's 3.9 yards a pop. Now, in the second half, they put up 265 yards. That's on 68 carries, and that's average of 3.90. So they're getting their numbers up when it comes down to it. Now, on first downs, Southern Miss is 53 carries, 211 yards. That's 3.9 yards for a pop. Now on second down, they're averaging 3.3. So they're averaging 3.3. Let me roll my camera this way so you can see it. So I'm looking at the cameras. Now the next one, on third down conversions, they get 26 carries for 126 yards. So I say this, between the first down, second down, they're over 100 yards when it comes down to their running game. So now their passing game, we're going to go over to their passing game. Okay, I'm going to go to their passing game stats. Okay, their passing game stats on all plays, it's 40 of 71. That's 5 touchdowns. Now in the first half, they are 24 of 44, 400 yards. They only have 3 interceptions, but they also have 4 touchdowns. Now in the second half, they're 16 of 27. They're at 1 touchdown and 1 interception. That's 306 yards total for a game. The rating is 159.2. So that was 159.2. Now on first downs, I'm going to go ahead and give you those first down passing plays. Okay, they throw the ball 31 times. And they have 419 yards. But out of those 31 attempts, they have 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in games. And their quarterback rating is 193.8 in the game. Now, in the second down conversions, they're 10 of 21. So they're 10 of 21. They have 1 touchdown and 1 interception. That's 163 yards for a game. Now on third down, so let's go ahead and give you a third down breakdown. Okay, they're 7 of 17. So these on first, second, and third down, they're consistent when it comes down to those passing plays. So, like I said, they're going to have to be more aggressive. The Green Wave defense, absolutely on first, second, and third downs. If it's short, then it has to be attention to details on those situations. So let's go ahead and give you the individual numbers. I'm going to go ahead and give you individual passing numbers. Okay, Wilski, he has a quarterback rating of 123.4. He has 154 yards a game. Now, Keys is another quarterback they use. He's 10 of 17. He's at 281. But his quarterback rating is a little higher than Wilski. He has 232.3. He has 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. These 2 quarterbacks right here. So it's 2 touchdowns and one has 1 interception. Now the running game. Let's go over to the running game. Okay, Frank Gore is your leading back with 270. He's averaging 5 a game. That's your only one. And then you got Keys with 12 carries. And then Willis with 9 carries for 34 yards. But your main guy they're going to be depending on is Frank Gore. That's the only guy they're definitely going to have to depend on. Now, the next one we're going to go over to is the wide receivers. Now, the wide receivers, you got Caston with 14.2 yards for a pop. And then you got Brownty with 19.6 yards a pop. And then you got May with 43.5 yards a pop. That's for 87 yards. So that's their main wide receiver core for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. So the thing is with this Southern Miss offense, I'm gonna tell you, they're definitely gonna score numbers in bunches. Because look, when you score numbers in bunches, the truth is you gotta be more consistent when it comes down to it. Because if you don't be consistent with the possessions, you're not going to get off the field on third down. So the defense has to come in and play consistent football against Southern Miss. Because this is a very good team. This is not a pushover FCS cream pup like Alcorn State and Southern, like they did last time when they played Southern, and they destroyed Southern 66-24. So the biggest thing right now for this team is to get better on offense and defense. Because last week, I'm gonna tell you, last week's game, they definitely showed their poise in this game last week. So the biggest thing this week is going to be the same thing. Show your poise. So let's go ahead and go break down the film. I'm going to break this down. So I'm going to switch this out. And we're going to go ahead and break down some film on Southern Miss. I'm going to run some plays. So give me 1 second to run the plays. I'm going to run the plays. I'm going to start the play. I'm going to start the play right now.
Second, third reads, and then just
having
to tuck and run. Good job by Southern Miss in the secondary with the coverage.
Aiden Alvis out to punt for the Liberty Flames. Substitutions late.
So I'm going to run a play on you. So we're going to run a play. So let's see what play we're going to run. Okay.
3 passes, 7 rushes, and we're going to see a change at quarterback. We were tipped that we may see all 3 quarterbacks they brought with them to Hattiesburg. That's Jonathan Bennett, the redshirt junior out of Somerville, South.
Okay, once again, they're lined up. Southern Miss lining up in their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down linemen. And their linebackers are set up right up on this side. So what they're going to expect on this pass play is a pass. So they're in a shotgun formation. So I'm going to move my camera so you can see the there it is, shotgun formation. So let's see what happens on this play. I'm going to scramble it. I'm going to hit the button. So he's going to drop back right there. So he's going to drop back. Everybody's blocking. So let's see what happens on this play. He's going to throw a pass play, but it is caught right there. So a nice little catch right there for Liberty. That was against the Southern Miss defense. So let's see what else we got on this one. Okay, once again, they're back in there. This is 1st and 25. Shotgun formation. He'll throw a little screen pass. And that was a good defensive play right there by Southern Miss. So Southern Miss caught that play. It was on a nice little... So he was passing the ball. It's a screen pass. So waiting on so we're gonna have to, I'm gonna fast forward it to another play. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward it. So Southern Miss running their little run plays. So they're going to run. They're going to hand that ball off to Gore. Because Gore is going to be the one that's going to be the main ball carrier. So Frank Gore, you have to be careful of Frank Gore running that football this week. So let's see what else we can bring up. Another play. We'll bring up another scout play. No. Okay, once again, shotgun formation. So let's see what happens. He looks like he's going to pass on this one. He tries to go around the left side. Nice little dump off right there. So it's not for many yards. So, but it is a dump off. Okay, the next play we're going to go over. So I'm going to pause it. So the next play I'm going to go over is Southern Miss back in their shotgun punt formation. So let's rewind this. Let's fast forward this a little bit. They got so many commercials. I want to fast forward it out. You're gonna have to fast forward it away from that. Why we're not getting these videos? Okay, this is a play by Liberty. So it was a run play. So they run it up the right middle. Okay, that's an in-depth look at Southern Miss. So once again, I apologize. There's a lot of commercials in it, but I had to rerun the thing, so apologize for that. So once again, we're going to break this out. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll be back on tomorrow with Saints Preview. So until then, everybody have a good rest of your Tuesday afternoon, and we'll see you again tomorrow.